Good morning to everyone. Today we are going to pick up what we left last week. The topic was about production possibility curve or frontier or border. Those three terms represent the same. Okay, as a first activity, I'm going to play a video, motivational. Where is it? I had it already here, set up motivational video. I don't know what's wrong with that. I had it already. Let me see. Well, anyway. Okay, hold on. Puertas is here. Castillo, where are you? Ah, here it is, Castillo. Here, Castillo. Okay, let them in. Okay, they are entering the class. Okay, guys, I don't know what's wrong with the video. I set it up. Anyway, guys, I need to tell you that you have already, this is your platform, guys, from the 18 until 12, from 18 to 22. Today is 20, May 20. So you have here, I load up two videos. I don't know if you have seen it, but anyway, I brought one of them and we are going to watch one of them that give us some review about we are about to continue studying. Now, because you don't have a book, this is the document with all the information about this chapter. So you have to click this over here, this PDF. Analysis production possibility, PDF. So you will see something like this. You're gonna get something like this. This is a document that you have to print and review it, study for an eventual test. This is the same thing we have seen it in the PowerPoint document. Okay, so Molina. Okay, so please review, and also this one is another extra document that also give you some clues to try to reinforce your knowledge about the topic, the production possibility curve. Okay, guys? So please remember that I'm gonna be sending you or loading up some links with information that you needed in order to reinforce all the knowledge, because remember, in 30 minutes, it's impossible to absorb all the information that you are supposed to absorb, okay? So as an introduction, let's watch this video about the topic we started discussing last week, okay? So let's watch it.
This is Mr. Clifford. Welcome to ACDC Econ. Right now you're learning about the first graph in this class. It's called the production possibilities curve. The production possibilities curve presents potential prospects for the production of a pair of products. It's a pillar of the program and pupils have to practice. This graph is totally important. First, we're going to start off with a table that shows the production possibilities of two goods. In this case, videos and hats. And this example is actually for me. If I quit teaching, I spent all my time, I could make hats, right? Using this loom, hats that look like this. Basically, you wrap the yarn around this and it can wrap around itself and the hat kind of grows out from the bottom. You kind of tie it off to the end. As you can see from the chart, if I spent all my time working on hats, I could produce 30 hats in a week. Yo, what's up, bro? If I spent all my time and resources making econ videos, I could make 4 videos. But as you can see, I wouldn't be able to make any hats. So this chart shows my production possibilities. It shows me the different combinations of hats and videos that I could make using all of my resources. To get the graph, we just have to plot these points, and that's going to give us a graph that looks like this. This is the production possibilities curve, or sometimes called the production possibilities frontier. The best part about this graph is the fact that it shows all the key concepts that you've been learning so far. It's going to show scarcity, trade-offs, opportunity costs, and efficiency. It shows the idea of scarcity because it shows that I cannot produce anywhere beyond the curve. So the curve, or the frontier, shows the idea that I have limited resources. The graph shows trade-offs because if I decide to start producing videos, I have to give up hats. Or if I produce hats, I have to give up videos. Opportunity cost is shown by the specific number of hats I give up when I make a video. For example, when I move from combination A to combination B, I'm producing more videos, but I'm also losing hats. The number of hats I lost is the opportunity cost. In this case, producing the first video cost me 1 hat. This graph shows efficiency because if I'm producing a point right here where I'm producing only 2 videos and 5 hats, I am inefficient. This is because I'm not using all of my resources to the fullest. I'm not somewhere on the actual curve. So any combination inside the curve is inefficient because I could produce there, but I don't want to. I can produce more of both goods. That means the line itself must be the idea of efficiency. If I'm producing any one of these combinations, I'm using all my resources to the fullest. And again, a point here outside the curve is impossible because I don't have enough resources to get there. But the curve can shift, but wait for it, that comes later. Right now it's time for you to practice calculating opportunity cost. So I want you to use the table and figure out the opportunity cost from each one of these. So calculate the opportunity cost from A to D, to B to C, from E to D, and from C to A. Remember, opportunity cost is what we're giving up, and so look for the thing that we're losing. Don't forget to clarify if I'm giving up hats or if I'm giving up videos. The opportunity cost from A to D is 15 hats. Notice, from combination A, we're producing 0 videos and 30 hats. Now, when we go over here to D, we're going to have 3 videos and we're going to have 15 hats. That means we lost 15 hats. That's the opportunity cost. The opportunity cost from combination B to C is 4 hats. The opportunity cost from E to D is 1 video. And the opportunity cost from combination C to combination A is 2 videos. Now, it's super important to be able to calculate opportunity cost, but we're not done. Let's do different examples. So in this case, let's do corn and wheat, and let's do cactus and pineapple. It turns out that the shape of the curve is very important. So this top one shows a constant opportunity cost between corn and wheat. This is because the resources to produce corn and wheat, the ground, the climate, are very similar. So when you produce a certain amount of wheat, you give up a certain amount of corn. And when you produce that same amount of wheat, you give up the same amount of corn. That shows constant opportunity cost. But down here, when it comes to cactus and pineapples, when you produce the very first pineapple, you give up just a little bit of cactus. When you produce the next pineapple, you give up even more, the next one even more, and the last one, a whole lot of cactus you give up. This is called increasing opportunity cost. It's because the resources, the land and climate to produce pineapples and cactus are completely different. But the plural of cactuses is cacti. Cacti! 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 So when we first start producing pineapples, we're going to give up just a little bit of cacti. This is because we're going to use the land that's more suited towards pineapples, and it's not very good at producing cacti, and so we're going to lose a little bit of cacti and get a good amount of pineapples. Now, as we keep doing that over and over again, we're going to give up more and more cacti. This is because we're using resources that are less and less suited towards pineapples, until finally, right here, we're producing just a little bit more pineapples, but giving up a whole lot of cacti. Cacti! And this is the idea of the law of increasing opportunity cost. The law says as you produce anything, the opportunity cost to produce it is going to get bigger and bigger. And that explains the shape of the graph. Remember, a straight line production possibilities curve like this shows constant opportunity cost, and a bowed out curve shows the idea of increasing opportunity cost. Now, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, and you can learn more about the production possibilities curve and how it shifts by clicking on this video, or you can go look at Unit 1 videos by clicking right here. Now, make sure to come back to the channel because I'm making a ton of new videos this year, all right? Until next time. The production possibilities curve, the production possibilities curve presents potential prospects for the production of 2 products, a pair of products.
Okay, enough. Okay, guys, for the one who missed the first part, just real quick, I load up already some information that you need to download it. This is the document about the topic that we are about, or we start already to studying. This is the topic, remember, analysis production. Over here are the key terms. These are the vocabularies. So you have to write the title in your notebook and then the vocabulary. And all the answers are here, as you see over here in this area. You'll find all the answers for those vocabularies. So you have everything handy to you, okay? You don't have to look it up. And then eventually I will assign you this tomorrow, no, on Friday, I'll meet you again, I think on Friday, yes, and I'll assign you some of these questions from the assignment. So you got already, so print it out or save it in your computer, and then take a look at, over here, there are two videos. We just watched the first one. Over here is the PowerPoint that we are, right now, we are about to continue on this another extra document, okay? Guys, so please take some time of your time in order to review all the information that I load up here in your platform. Let's begin. Okay, I think last week we started already, and I think we finished around this, let me see, around this PowerPoint. This is not this one. Okay, I think we finished around this. Okay, now remember, PPC means production possible. Possible production. Production possible curve. Represent the border, is the limit. This is the limit of you are able to produce with an amount of resource that you have. Remember, your resources are limited. Your resources are always limited. They are not unlimited, okay? Border or frontier, they call it border or frontier between what is possible to produce and what is not possible to produce. This model is sometimes called production possibilities frontier. So you can find it in internet. If you go to Google, you could type production possibility frontier or production possibility border or production possible frontier or curve or production possible curve. So they have three names that represent the same. Now this is a tool. It is a tool, it's a useful tool for business and even governments, but it works just as well with an individual or small scale business in order to take decisions, okay? Production possibility curve. This production possibility table on figure 1.3 is this one, 1.3, and it says over here, and shows 5 possible production of loaf of bread or muffins. 5 possible combination, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 possible combination, okay? Now the data in the table also can be plotted, place it on a graphic, like this one in a graphic, and you are going to do it, okay? Because I'm gonna give you a practice note for you to do it, and you need to write a graphic. I'm gonna give you all the information, and you have to draw the graphic in your notebook. Don't worry, I'll tell you in a few seconds, okay? Now, the data table also can be plotted on a graphic as in figure 1.4. This is 1.4. The lines join the plotter points is the production possibility curve, okay? There over here, there's information. Here you are using all the ingredients. Okay, in point A, this one, you are using all the ingredients to make only bread. So you will get 12 bread and 0 muffins because you are using only the limited resource only to produce bread. In point B, this point shows a combination of 7 loaves of bread and 63 muffins. That is this one over here, B. 7 loaves of bread and 63 muffins. Now, what was the opportunity cost for you to produce muffins? What was the opportunity cost? You had to give up 12 minus 7, 5. You had to give up 5 loaves of bread because you use those ingredients in order to produce or to make 63 muffins. So that is your 5 loaf of bread is your opportunity cost in order to produce 63 muffins, okay? Let's continue on the last one. At this point, letter C, this one, you are making all muffins and 0 loaf of bread. And it's the same that is here, this one, 0 and 100. You are with all the resources that you have available, okay? Very easy. Now, further, the PC shows the opportunity cost of each choice in a visual way. Now, this is a visual way in order to show you how is the limits or the possible production of this loaf of bread and muffin. Now, trace the curve from left to right with your finger. Notice that as you move along the curve, you make fewer loaves of bread. Over here, if I move from here, from left to right, you are producing less and less and less and more muffin and less bread and more muffin. That's what it says over here. Loaf of bread and more muffins. The opportunity cost of making more muffin is the bread that you cannot make. That is the opportunity cost. You are missing, you are giving up your bread in order to get more muffins, guys, okay? Practice. This is the same, the three the three figures that we just presented. This is the table, this is the graphic. Over here, there are some questions that you need to answer. If you decided to make 10 loaves of bread, how many brown muffin could you make? 10, then you won't be able to produce only 35. And what is going to be your opportunity cost in order to produce 35? 12 minus 10 is 2. So you will give up 2 loaves of bread. That is your opportunity cost. And you traded 35 muffins. You traded 35 muffins, and your opportunity cost was to give up 2 loaves of bread. Number 2, what is the opportunity cost of making the 10 loaves of bread? 2. I just mentioned it. 2 loaves of bread, okay? Opportunity cost, okay? Let's move on now. Over here, this is a practice that you need to write it in your notebook. Remember, this document, this PowerPoint is already loaded up in your platform. So you have to go as soon as you finish or in the afternoon, go to the platform, download this PowerPoint presentation, and then you will find this information that you need to write. This is the table. This is the table about Jackie Slang is known for production. Let me remove this. Sorry. Hold on. Oh, well. Okay. Oh, here. Okay, Jackie's Land, that's the business. Is known for the production of cupcakes and robots. The following PPT for Jackie's Land, okay? Now you have to draw the same. The difference is that over here there are how many combinations? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 combinations. And over here you only had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 combinations, and they place all the dots over here. So you will have something like that. Not exactly, because I've done it already, and it's not the same curve. You will see it, okay, eventually. Okay, as soon as you start doing this in your, try to use hoja cuadriculada, or you need to use a ruler in order to make correctly this assignment or homework. Now you need to draw and label each axis and each point. Now the Y's are, remember this, the vertical is the Y's and the horizontal, el horizontal es X, okay, remember? La vertical es Y y la horizontal son X. So en la vertical you need to write the cupcakes, and the horizontal you write the robots. So all this information in order, like this one over here. In order, okay? In order, you need to write it. Okay, now over here there are 2 terms that we'll discuss, I don't know if today or tomorrow. This is inefficient and untenable. Inefficient is when you are not using properly all the resources, and you are missing some resource in order to produce the frontier or the limits of your production, okay? So in this area is the inefficient area. This is the inefficient area. So you need to, it says you need to write the point K in the inefficient area, graphic, ubicate. So you have to ubicate it over here in this area. And now the other one is the unattainable, que no se puede obtener. Why? Because you have a limit resource and you cannot go further. No te puedes pasar de aquí. This is the limit. You cannot produce more than this limit. Okay? So in this area is the unintangible area. Okay? So you have to write over here the letter E. In this area, you have to write letter E, a big E over here, a letter K. Okay? So very easy, easy. This assignment for you to do it, and we'll see it on Friday. That is our next class, okay? Now, let's continue. What we learn from PPCs? Production possibility curve, sorry. One important concept revealed in PPC is efficiency. Eficiencia. The condition in which economic resources are being used to produce the maximum amount of goods and services. Now over here, this is the maximum. It shows, the PPC shows the maximum amount of production of services. So this is the limit. You cannot produce more because you don't have the resource in order to produce more. That's what it says on that, what it shows. The PPC, the efficiency. Another is underutilization. It means the condition in which economics resources are not being used to their full potential. As a result, fewer goods or services are being produced than the economy is capable to make. Now, underutilization is the same as inefficient. So it's in this area, the inefficient area. Okay, guys, very easy. Now, example, efficient and underutilization. Over here, I was supposed to place a picture. But anyway, I just explained what is efficient and what is underutilization. Underutilization is over here in this area, or inefficiency, okay? Now, we have learned this. Now, over here, now, this is the last point, over here, the last matter that we're going to discuss. This one, this is picture 1.5. Now it says, figure 1.5 shows the classic production possibility. This is classic model. This is un modelo conocido, okay, in economics. Production possibility model of guns and butter. Now, in this model, guns is shorthand. This is shorthand for military spending. Okay, guns. When you hear this expression, guns and border, is the conflict, for instance, when the United States, they are discussing their, or any country, they are discussing the budget. Now, they always want to invest more money in the army, in military stuff, in military spending, okay? So that's why that is the conflict in economic, that if they have to invest in military in order to defense, or they have to invest it in border, and border represents the consumer production. It means that you have to invest in your, remember your four, oh my God, productions. What was the term? Anybody can help me? I don't remember the four factor of production. Sorry, yes, the four factor of production. So the budget should invest it in the four factor of production, or they have to invest it in buying missiles or any other kind of devices, military devices, or you know, bombs for war, or something to, you know, to preserve their integrity in the country. So that's always the conflict when they start discussing the budget for any country. Okay, how much money you have to invest in your military, or how much money you have to invest in your factor of production. Okay, now guys, let's stop right here, and then on Friday we'll continue this discussion. Very interesting discussion. And now I need you to please turn on your camera, everyone. Turn on